Mornell Camino's Pastor Bruce. What are some of your early memories? If you grew up in church, what are some of your early memories of your church experience? Maybe it was growing up on the playground, kid events, trips. One of my early memories was going up to Palmcroft up in the Phoenix area as a student. We were young. I mean, I don't know if it was middle school, but I was young because I remember that event specifically. We had gone up, and it was a huge thing with churches all over the place, and we had come up for it was just a big, huge game time. And they pulled out the huge, 6-foot ball, if you remember that, kind of a bouncy thing and light, so to speak. And the idea was to, kind of like soccer, push it from one end, two teams. The idea was to get the ball on your end of the field, right? Push it down and score. I remember that day because that was the day that 6-foot ball bouncing up into the air crushed me. It came on top, landed on me, knocked me flat. And you wouldn't think of that. It's this light air ball, and it's all like, well, yeah, when you have a group of people pushing it, but if you happen to be the only one underneath it at one moment, you have a tendency to get flattened. That was my experience. It's a memory that still sticks with me all these years. I still remember that thing. It was pretty big back in the day. What are some of your memories? The field, back behind us, the gym over here, and emotional things that connect, and you remember them as a kid and they stick with you. How do those things, what you gain when you're a child, when you're a kid, when you're a student, how do those things shape your lives in the years and decades that follow? Psalm 119 verse 9 says, "How can a young person stay on the path of purity? By living according to your word." We do ministry with our students, children, for a reason. There's a purpose behind it, and it's a big deal. We're trying to make sure that our students, our kids, get the Word of God in their lives so that they have a foundation, a basis for building their lives on, because it will change everything in their life. It will allow them to walk through the hard parts of life, to stay on the path of purity, of humility, of faithfulness, of truth, and all of the things that will determine the outcome of your life. It starts here. It starts when you're young. For most of us, it starts when we're young. But it changes everything. This Sunday we're going to talk about it. Going to have students up and talking about their experience, what they learned, what God did in their lives during camp. Looking forward to it. See you soon, church.